Hey, how's it going, dudes? It's Brennan here, and you are currently watching my internet marketing series where I break down from start to finish what I know about making money online and internet marketing. And in this journey, hopefully you pick up some stuff that you can apply in your own business and so that you can start generating some profits online as well. As you can probably tell from the start of this video, this is not going to be a super polished series. This is going to be a very raw, uncut, straight to the point, my take on the things that you need to know to make money online. And in today's episode, which is episode number 4, we're going to be talking about angles. Now, angles in a nutshell are basically ways that you focus on selling visitors whatever you want them to buy. Doesn't matter whether you're selling your own product or you're selling someone else's product as an affiliate. You need some kind of angles to share with people in order for them to actually make the purchase. Now, the reason why they call it an angle is there's a specific, like a specificity to it. Hopefully that's a word. I can't take it back now. I think that's a word. There's a specificity to it. So instead of just being all over the map and saying, oh, you'll love it because of this and this and this, you're really focusing on one specific angle at a time of the reason why they should make that purchase. Now, you've probably seen the movie Wolf of Wall Street, and in that movie, Jordan Belfort, the Wolf of Wall Street character, and it's a true story or based on a true story, so the real person is Jordan Belfort. In that story, he constantly says, hey, like, sell me this pen, and he gives people the sell me this pen challenge. Now, a lot of people don't know how to sell the pen, so anytime he hands somebody a pen, they talk about how this is the best pen ever. It can write upside down. It's got invisible ink. It does all this cool stuff. And basically rips the pen away and says, you know, next person, you give it a try. And nobody in the movie actually solves the problem of how to sell the pen. But the real way that you sell a pen is actually something that Jordan Belfort has talked about outside of the movie, which is you qualify what the person actually wants first. So you say to the prospect, how long have you been looking for a pen? Okay. Then you qualify interest. You qualify whether they even want the pen in the first place or if there's any degree or level of interest there. And for Jordan Belfort, who's selling people one-on-one, he doesn't want to waste any time on somebody that may or may not be interested. Now, in your case, if you're selling online, you probably don't have the luxury of individually selling people. So instead, you have to try and appeal to a broad market, and you need to pick specific selling points that you think is going to be interesting to the most amount of people at one time as possible. Okay. So really, if we were going to be able to ask our market, what do you want? We would say, well, do you like products that make it easier for you to generate leads into your business? Or do you like products that are focused on traffic? Or do you like products that are to do with autoresponders? Or do you like, you basically be able to ask these questions to your market and you get a really good answer of what they want. Now, depending on what you're trying to sell online, your market is going to be different than my market unless you're in the same market as me. So I can only tell you what I know my market likes. And I've been doing internet marketing now for about 5 or 6 years in the same market. And I know what that market likes is curiosity-based things. So they like something that they haven't seen before. Something, so basically a main angle that I'll use a lot is like nobody knows about this or nobody's told you about this or for the first time ever. A lot of times people use the angle in my market, the world's first and then whatever they're selling or whatever. Lots of times it isn't the world's first, but they're trying to get that idea across, which is not great. You definitely want to, and that's another good lesson to have, is you want to pick the angle that's actually real with the product. So you don't want to just make stuff up, but you want to find what is it about that product that actually is attractive, and then find the angle that's attractive with that product. And I'll give you guys some specific examples in a second here. Other things that my market likes is they like the idea of making money. They like it to be easy. They like it to be able to be fast to set up. These are all things that they like. So I have a specific sales page here for a product that we sold. Very fun one. We decided to stand out and do a movie to sell the product. And that's actually my dad here in this video. And you can see here, takes 30 seconds. So we have the time here, and then passive income. So it has the money. Never before seen. So this is different. This is new. No monthly fees, which is a big one. I'm going to expand on the next one I tell you guys about. And then it goes through here, and every single section is like an angle. So nobody knows this exists. Again, this is different, okay? And even in the design, we wanted to make this one different. This is a complete business. So this is another way of saying that this is not, this is legitimate. This is not going to be, have missing pieces or whatever. Fast results. So as you go through here, you can see that every single headline has to do with the specific angle that people like in this particular market. Okay. Now that's when you're creating your own sales page, you're creating your own product. You want to actually have the angles in there that you know are going to be attractive to your market. Now, what about if you're an affiliate? Because most of you guys watching this video are not going to be having your own product. You're going to want the easier way to make money online, which is to just send traffic to other people's products. Well, in that case, you need to, every single time you write up an email or you run an ad or you create a YouTube video or whatever you're doing to try and promote that other person's product as an affiliate, you need to come up with one specific angle for each campaign that you do, okay? Now, for example, I wouldn't want to create an email and go all over the place and say, it's great because of this, and it's because of this, and because of this, and you need to get this, and it's so awesome, and all that. It's going to be too muddled, too confusing, and there's no clear reason to purchase it. So what I will do when I promote something is I will usually send, 3 or 4 emails for anything that I promote. And I'll pick the 3 or 4 angles that I can use with that product. So I'll give you guys an example of one that, let me go to one of my Warrior Plus accounts here. And I'll show you guys an example of a campaign that did really well for me. Okay, so this is my Brennan Mace 2 accounts. So I have a couple of accounts. One's on the vendor side, one's on the affiliate side, et cetera, et cetera. I'll log in here, guys, and I'll show you guys a campaign that did really well for me this year. So let me go to stats here, and then we'll go to the year to date, and you'll be able to see Beast Funnels here. Okay, so this year I ran a promotion to Beast Funnels for a couple days, and I made almost $17,000 promoting Beast Funnels. And I'll share with you guys the angles that I used for this promotion. So for this promotion, the main angle that did really well was for today only. Very simple, straight to the point. For today only, we have a discount on Beast Funnels. So I dropped the price to $7. The regular price is $27. And I said, for today only, we are going to give you offer up a discount on Beast Funnels to pick it up for $7. And then what I did was I compared Beast Funnels to other funnel products in the marketplace that are much more expensive. So I said, there's other options in the marketplace like ClickFunnels and Converttree, and those guys are charging $97 per month. And our product actually has some features and technology that those products don't have. And we're a one-time investment today for $7 with no monthly fees. So really, this is just a no-brainer. Okay. Now that campaign sold like crazy because it's kind of irresistible. When you actually it's called anchoring. And an anchor is where I bring up ClickFunnels, which costs $97 per month. So I'm anchoring the price expectation at $97 per month, which is $1,200 per year. And then I come in and say, well, actually ours is $7 one time with no monthly fees. Well, if I just said, hey, ours is $7, that would still be very cool. But when I anchor it first by saying, hey, ClickFunnels is this, and mine is all this cheap price, then, obviously that makes it like irresistible when you look at it in comparison. And then when we said, ours actually has some technology that ClickFunnels doesn't have, that's 100% true, because Beast Funnels allows you to instantly integrate with ManyChat, push notifications, and a lot of stuff that if you were going to do it with ClickFunnels, you'd have to really have a workaround or third-party tools to set up. In our case, we have the direct integration. So I'm not saying that our product is better than ClickFunnels, but I am saying that we do have some technology that they don't have, and the prices are not even close. So again, when I'm picking my angles here, I'm really focusing on what is good about my product. Now, what's good about my product is that it's really cheap. It has no monthly fees. Compared to the other competitors out there, it's extremely way more affordable, okay? And it has some features that the other ones don't have, okay? So that was an email that did extremely well, okay? Now, another email that I sent to Beast Funnels, I said, for the first time ever, a funnel software that integrates with ManyChat push notifications, so everything I just talked about with the technology or whatever, I made an email that focused on that angle, the fact that it has something new. There's something different and new about this product. So anytime that you're selling anything online, my recommendation is always take a piece of paper or write it on your computer, the 3 or 4 angles that you think would perform the best for whatever it is that you're trying to sell. What about that product would be tempting or desirable to your market, okay? Now, and just in the act of doing that, over time, you're going to get a good feel for what people do and don't like. So just like I can show you guys the campaigns that I ran that did really well for me, I also know a bunch of campaigns that didn't do that well at all. And I know why those didn't do well and why the ones that did well did well. And lots of times it just had to do with the angles. Let me see if there's anything else in here of these campaigns. I'll show you guys my other account. See some other promo in there because these are all my products that I promoted with the Brennan Mace 2 account. So I'm going to log in my other account and we'll take a look and see if I can find any other campaigns. Not now. I'll change that later. Okay. Let's see here. If you guys have any questions, oh crap. Gonna make me do a 2-factor authentication. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat box down below. I will be answering questions for anybody that puts stuff down there. And I hope you guys do ask me questions because I love this stuff. And that's what this series is for, is so that we can interact here. I cannot log into my account, but I'm trying to think about my best promotions this year. Oh, similar one. There was a product that came out that was about it automatically followed Instagram profiles and it built up your following because the more profiles that you follow, people get a notification in their phone that they've been followed by somebody and a certain percentage will follow you back. And then on your bio, you can actually advertise things. And there's a product that actually does this called Follow Liker, and I've purchased it. It costs $200, but I did a promotion where there was an alternative that came out that was like $17, and I said, hey, I picked up the $200 version of this product, and now you can pick it up for $17, and that's the best. That's, it's this price right now. I don't know how long it's going to be this price. So that angle worked really well. It's the same thing as the ClickFunnels thing. So you can see I repeat a lot of the same kinds of things. There's a product that came out earlier this year that was about generating high ticket sales and also making repeat payments. So I created an email, and I created the email today actually, where I said, finally, here it is. So this one performed really well for me. I said, finally, Jamie gets it. Because there's a guy that named Jamie that created a program that was targeted on landing high ticket sales and recurring. And I've always recommended to my students and everybody that the real money online is either with recurring sales or high ticket sales. So my angle for this email was, finally, this guy gets it. This is where the real money is. So again, I'm focusing on one specific angle, okay? And basically what I do is I take a look at a product that I'm thinking about promoting, and then I think about what is my reaction to it. So if it's a product like this, where it's to do with high ticket sales and recurring, my reaction is, cool, those are the things that people should be focusing on. So, when you're looking for your angles, just think about what you're like, put yourself, because lots of times, like particularly in the weight loss market or the fitness market or the make money online market, everybody wants the same things, yourself included. So your reaction is going to be oftentimes similar to what the market's reaction is. So if you think about what your reaction is, you can have a pretty good guess that there's going to be a lot of people like you that are going to have that same reaction. So one of the easiest ways to find an angle is just to react to the offer that you see and then share your, spin on, or that your angle based on that reaction. So, with Beast Funnels is the obvious example where it's like, hey, there's these other options for super expensive. This one is super cheap for today only. That's the obvious kind of reaction that I come up with. If you see something that's to do with high ticket sales, you say, hey guys, something came out to do with high ticket sales. You guys know I've always recommended high ticket sales. I do think that you can make way more money online. It's going to be hard to make a lot of money when you're focusing on $10, $20, $15 commissions. But when you start to focus on $1,000 commissions, lots of times people have success much faster. So yeah, basically that's the way I conclude it. Again, this video is sort of raw and uncut. I hope you guys appreciated it or enjoyed it or got something out of it. But really when it comes to make money online, angles is what it's all about. And one thing I will tell you is that one of the biggest mistakes people make is they overcomplicate things. Sometimes the best sales is the most simple, straight to the point. For example, I think it was like Hemingway or one of these guys made a joke about, one of the best ads he ever saw. And it was just like shoes, 50% off. So it was like, it's 3 words. If you count 50% as a word, shoes, 50% off. 3 words. Okay. You don't have to say these are the shoes that were designed by this artist and came down from the heavens and, blessed by, kissed by Rihanna and all this stuff. Is like you're making it too all over the place. You're trying too hard, and people usually when you try too hard, you just kind of look dumb. So lots of times the best marketing is more just like the simple ideas, straight to the point. Basically, if you've done a successful sales angle, what you want to see on the audience side or on the other side is people nodding their heads in agreement. So you'd say, like, if you say things like, oh, I'm sure you already know that ClickFunnels is $97 per month. You know that your market audience is going to be like, yeah, $97 per month. It sucks, right? And then you're like, well, today this one is $6. And then you're like, oh, really? I can get this for $7. But so you really want to think about what is the reaction that you're causing to your audience. And if you want to go further, let's say you're doing a sales angle. I've seen this done really effectively too, is where you follow up your initial angle. So for example, I might say something like, hey, there's this new program that came out that this guy documents how he went from, $0 to $170,000 in his first 3 months online, and you should go check it out, right? Well, when you think about the reaction of your market, you're going to say, okay, well, people are going to be excited about that. But then you're also going to think there's going to be a certain percentage of the market and the audience that's listening to you that's going to say, well, that sounds like a load of rubbish. Like that sounds over the top. So you can then follow up that angle and say, I know that's, you say, first of all, hey, here's the blueprint of how he went from 0 to 170,000 in 3 months. And then you follow it up and say, I know that sounds crazy. Maybe you think that that's too good to be true, but I actually went inside this product and I took a look at it, and I know that what he's doing here is actually legit and works. So the reason why that follow-up actually can increase your sales is because you're taking into account the reaction of your market. A certain percentage of the market that listens to you talk about how great the money is going to say, that's awesome, I want in. But then there's going to be a huge percentage that say, oh yeah, this is a load of rubbish, give me a break. So you're landing more sales because you're getting that market, that percentage that already going to buy because they're excited. But you would be missing out on the other percentage of the market or the audience that are going to skip it because they think it's just total bullshit. So you're addressing them and say, hey, I know what you're thinking right now, and I kind of thought it too, but actually I went in here. So you're actually winning over a big percentage of those people that wouldn't have bought until you did that follow-up to address them. So the best things in marketing is always to think about your audience. It's like when you play poker, the best way to play poker is not to play your own cards. It's to think about your opponent's cards, right? So if I know that my opponent has really good cards, but I have better cards, I know to bet more because I know that they'll be willing to spend more because they believe that they have the best hand. But if I know that my opponent doesn't have absolutely anything, they've got nothing, they got absolute total rags, nothing, they missed the board, they don't have any kind of poker hand whatsoever, and I've got the best hand, well, now I don't really want to bet them out of the pot. I want them to make a mistake and bluff, right? So the best poker players, that's what they do, is they're always assessing what does the other person think, what does the other person have, and it's the same thing in marketing. You always want to be thinking, what is your audience thinking? What do they care about? What are their interests? At what point did you push too far and then you have to kind of come back? Those are all the things you want to take into consideration when you're doing your angles. Think about your audience, okay? Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed episode number 4, and I will see you guys in the next episode, which is episode number 5, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.